A lot has changed for Pokemon Unite Year 2, and we're just getting started. Hi trainers! Today we're talking about the 4 items that got changed in Pokemon Unite. We're going to talk about what's changed and my early thoughts on how impactful these items will be. Disclaimer, these are just my early thoughts based on the new stats of the item. It is so early that we don't exactly know the new meta or have the new meta figured out just yet. So please do keep these in mind. And with that, for the question of the day, how do you feel about these changes? And if you don't think these changes are right for the item, how would you change these items? I'd love to read your thoughts down below. The new stats and screenshots are from UniteDB, a great resource for all things Pokemon Unite. Their links will be linked down below. Feel free to subscribe to the bell to be notified for more Pokemon Unite guides, games, news, and all that stuff. Okay, these items are based on their level 30 stats. Starting off with the first item that got changed, Assault Vest. Assault Vest gives you HP 270 and special defense 42. You gain a shield against special attack damage while out of combat for a percentage of your health, and this will come into effect 7 seconds after leaving combat. The reason that I personally did not find this item viable was for 2 reasons, and this was before the change. Number 1, it's an item that is specifically against special attack, and because you have to build this item in the pre-lobby without knowing what enemies you are against, sometimes it may just not have a heavy special attack Pokemon that makes like a big impactful difference. It just felt like that there was a chance for this item to be completely nullified, and that also goes for like Rocky Helmet that is only physical based as well. Number 2, I'm not a massive fan of the out of combat thing, so this goes for all the out of combat items, especially in a game that is only 10 minutes long. Usually you should always be fighting something. Also, if you wanted the effect of it before a team fight, you could be waiting up to 7 seconds before jumping into a fight to help if you wanted that effect, which is like a heck of a long time. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's why I just didn't really like these items before they were changed. Okay, so for the changes, you now have 51 max special defense instead of 42. Now do keep in mind that you don't get these stats like right away. You get them as you level. So at level 15, you will have 51 max special defense. And instead of 7 seconds, it is now 5 seconds. Personally, I feel that it is a lot better now. I mean, of course it is, because it's still an improvement from before. Taking off 2 seconds, in my opinion, it makes a pretty good difference. I feel like generally there is a huge trend in games where people will play the current strongest Pokemon. And right now, I don't know if you guys know this, but Mr. Mime, who is special attack base, is making a pretty big statement in my games. So knowing this, Assault Vest could be pretty helpful against Mr. Mime. But my concern is the new map feels like you have way less out of combat time, and I don't know, we don't really know what the meta is yet, so everyone's kind of just running around getting farm, but there is just so much more to do. I felt like I was almost constantly contesting or fighting something, which makes me feel that the out of combat thing just still doesn't work very well. So that's how I feel about that, but it is still an improvement from before. I just feel like it just still doesn't fit very well, in my opinion. Now for the second item, we have Floatstone. Floatstone, oh my gosh. So this item gave you 24 attack and 120 movement speed. It increases your movement speed while out of combat by a percentage, 7 seconds after leaving combat. Now it gives you that perk 5 seconds after leaving combat, and instead of only giving 120, it will now give you 150 at maximum. This is roughly a 5% speed boost increase, but it's good to note that this is at max level, so at level 15. Floatstone was an item that I really wanted to work so badly, and I remember back in season 1, a lot of us thought that item was one of the strongest in the game. I'm one of the people that put all of my item enhancers all into Floatstone at the beginning and then found out that it was actually not that great. It's definitely better now, and I can see it being a much more niche item. It's just an issue with the out of combat stuff, like I said earlier, but I do like that they're really trying to improve these items that I've seen a lot less play, and I definitely think this now fits into more fun builds and makes more fun builds work a bit better. The third item we have is Rocky Helmet. HP plus 270, defense plus 42. After absorbing enough damage, deal % damage based on your max health to nearby enemies. 2-second cooldown, 10% health damage trigger in a single attack. The new Rocky Helmet now has a maximum of 51 physical defense instead of 42. To me, it has the same issue as Assault Vest, where you have to like build it in pre-lobby and there is no way of knowing how useful it will be in the game you're playing. So there is a chance that you just won't get any benefit from the defense because maybe they just don't have a physical attack based Pokemon on their team. It's unlikely, but it does happen, so that is just a risk you run playing with these items. The last item we have is a leftovers, HP plus 240, HP per second plus 9. Recovers health over time while out of combat by a percentage of your health 7 seconds after leaving combat. It now gives you a maximum stat of 360 instead of 240. Out of combat time is now 5 seconds instead of 7 seconds. Might be an interesting item to stack with more health items, and the healing that you get triggering at 5 seconds instead of 7 seconds is definitely a difference. Overall, the changes are improvements to the items, of course, because like it's better. We can't know for sure how impactful they are yet with these changes in the game, but stat wise, it's nothing too crazy in my opinion. I feel like fun builds and niche builds may work better now with these items, but right at this moment, based on the stats, I don't see them becoming meta, but who knows, maybe they work really well on a Pokemon and that Pokemon will make it meta, but we'll just have to see. But right now I just can't see how this could replace our current meta items. What I really hope is that these items are better than I think, and that it will introduce more variety in our builds. I would love to see more variety in our builds, especially for year 2. I really hope they bring in more items. I really hope they make more changes to the items that we have. The most useful items I find in Pokemon Unite right now is Attack Weight, Focus Band, Scope Lens, Razor Claw, Muscle Band, Choice Specs, Wise Glasses. I could be forgetting some, I'm so sorry if I do. Weakness, Policy. Of course, this all depends on the Pokemon you're playing. We are seeing a lot more play with Shell Bell because of the black emblems. Now, Shell Bell was an item that wasn't as used before on its own. There were some niche Pokemon that would use it because it worked like okay with them, but like generally we didn't see a lot of like Shell Bell. But now we're seeing a ton of Shell Bell and Energy Amplifier because of the whole black emblems, and I really think it's cool that the black emblems are bringing more like items into the pool that we use. I think the items that are just not super used right now is literally the 4 items that we spoke about, as well as like XP share, because it's just a little bit hard to utilize that in solo queue. Score shield just doesn't work as well anymore since it's huge nerf. I would say generally at least we have seen a huge difference in the items that we use. I think we use more of our items than not. It's just like these 4 items. I think it's good that they have paid attention to these 4 items specifically, because I think these 4 items are the ones that are seeing way less play, and I think this is a good sign that they're stepping to the right direction of making changes to items, and I hope we see more changes to these items and more changes to the items that, you know, could use a change. Buddy Barrier and Score Shield being one of the strongest items ever in the game, and seeing that be changed, like seeing that they're not afraid to nerf these items, makes me very hopeful that we will see more variety in item buffs and nerfs, and maybe we'll see them more often, because that would make the meta, that would keep the meta fresh with different builds. Right now, I'm really enjoying the new map. I find the new map very fresh. I'm having a lot of fun on it. It's really fun trying to figure out the meta again, and I'm doing a lot of research on how that's working out right now and playing a ton of games to figure it out. And it's been a really like up and down, but every game I've had has, personally for me, has been pretty fun, and I really hope you trainers are enjoying it too. I really like the new map a lot. But with all these items, this is just my opinion. If you have a different one or something to add, I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments down below about it. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, trainers. I hope to catch you for the next one. Feel free to subscribe to the bell to be notified for more videos, and like the video if you found this insightful. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.